Good morning, I'm a 40 guy here, and today I wanted to talk about different auditing channels and stuff like that you guys should definitely take a look at to better understand your constitutional rights and how to understand better how to deal with police interactions and things like that. But before we go down that rabbit hole, I wanted to discuss the Mantis X10 Elite. So this was one of the very first things that I bought when I started getting into my personal firearm journey, and it helped me tremendously when it came to aim and better understanding um, shot placement and the do's and don'ts of target shooting and drills and things like that. They have an assortment of different options. All of them are extremely valuable. I do not know the SRP off the top of my head because it was several months ago that I ended up buying this. But they have a lot of dry fire training, they have live fire training, they have like hostage training, they have all kinds of different types of training through the app that you download after you purchase this. It'll show you where your shot placement was, how shaky your hand is, everything. And it's so useful. I could not say enough good things about this program. If you are looking into getting better with your personal carry gun, or you want to start getting into competition shooting, or whatever it may be, definitely check out the Mantis X. It is extremely viable, extremely useful, very handy, and I could not, like I said, say enough good things about this. Unfortunately, because it's such a small adapter, I actually just lost it yesterday. So that was dumb of me. But definitely take a look at it. Like I said, I could not say enough how absolutely useful this tool is. It'll tell you when you are over gripping your gun or when you're not gripping it enough, where your finger placement is. Um, it'll tell you so much useful information. So if you're like me and couldn't afford, actual training courses, because let's be honest, they are very expensive and, it takes time to do all the research and everything like that. If you just want to cut out the middleman, definitely look at getting a Mantis X. It's just such a great option for people that are looking at becoming better with their firearms. And I cannot stress enough how important firearm safety is. I was at the range the other day, and it was an indoor shooting range. Guy comes up to me and wanted to show me his Glock. Now, of course, he didn't flag me or anything. Of course, it was loaded. There was one inside of the chamber, but the story gets interesting. So I took it and I dropped the magazine, cleared the gun, and I picked up the bullet that fell out of the chamber, and it was squished in like this. Like where the bullet was squished in. And found out that he was using reloaded ammunition. Always, 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 always check your ammunition to make sure that your ammunition has no faults whatsoever. because with that bullet being pushed in like that, he could have potentially lost his hand and his gun. Always, always, always check to make sure that the gun is 100% clear before you mess with it. Always, anytime that somebody hands you a firearm, double check to make sure that it's clear. Always. Cannot stress that enough. And always check your ammunition to make sure that your ammunition has no faults, so that way you don't end up getting into a dangerous situation during a time that should be fun and educational. Now, back to the discussion about police interactions, things like that. I'm not personally an auditor, but Audit the Audit is a fantastic YouTube channel. I definitely recommend you guys watch their videos. They talk a lot about police interactions. He's a lawyer himself, so he actually goes through and tells you different statutes from different states that actually clarify, what the do's and don'ts are, and then he actually ends up grading everybody involved, whether that's, the police themselves or the auditor or the civilian, whatever the case may be. And so definitely check out his channel. It's super educational. It is very important to know how to use your rights efficiently and to understand all of your amendment rights and your constitutional rights as well. Because if you don't have a good enough understanding of your rights, you could potentially incriminate yourself or get yourself into trouble when you wouldn't have originally had any issues. So definitely check them out. Could not stress that enough. And I'll probably talk a little bit more about some more channels and stuff like that. I have a terrible memory, so remembering things off the top of my head is not great, especially because I said earlier I work graveyard shifts, so it's definitely kind of rough sometimes. So just something to be aware of and something to note. And like always, have a fantastic day. I think that's pretty much going to be everything for this video. I know that it was a little bit short, but definitely check out the Mantis X. Check out Audit the Audit. And like always, stay safe and have a good day.